Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I am headed into work. Happy Thursday. So in last week's weekly vlog, I shared with you a story about the Carlee Russell kidnapping case, and it was like super fresh. It had just happened. It was the day after, and during my 2-day vlog, the day of me, uploading and ending it, she was found. So all of this was like so quick. It was like she was missing for all of 48 hours, if that. Maybe it really wasn't a full 48 hours, but nonetheless, it was the fastest kidnapping and reappearing situation I've ever witnessed in my years here on Earth, and current events type stories. But nonetheless, as the story was progressing, all of the social media outlets, all of your big time influencers and celebrities were posting about this. This has turned into like a nationwide story, as well as international. Some international outlets were posting about the disappearance of Carlee Russell too. So this was like a monumental moment for the Black community as it pertains to missing Black women and how the media reacts to these type stories. But this one like really took off. So it was heartwarming, a bit for the African American community. We loved what we were seeing. Only for this to turn out to be some type of hoax. So a lot of people are mad that, all of the love and the prayers that went into the whole Carlee Russell situation. A lot of people are mad that they invested so much and, they invested their heart and their feelings into it, only for it to be just a fabrication. But I feel like in this moment, yes, it was a lie. Her parents, defended it on the Today Show recently, but these are her parents, y'all. I think that they only defended what their daughter told them, and they were really, just put yourself in the situation of the mob. Your daughter calls you, and you hear a scream, and then you don't hear her anymore. I'm pretty sure that snatched the heart from her chest. So she was really, scared for her daughter's life. So this was a real thing for her. So I think that in this moment, yes, they've come to the realization and see the same things that the Hoover police and, the FBI and all the investigative authorities see, that this has all been one big fabrication. But at this time, like, I think for them, it is an embarrassment. So they're more so embarrassed to come out and say, yes, she lied and we stood beside her. But I feel like as her parents, they kind of felt obligated to stand beside her. Like, that's my daughter, and I'm gonna stand beside her. But nonetheless, I think that in this case, I feel like this should now turn into mental health awareness for somebody to do something like that. And after watching the press conference and them revealing the things that she was searching, I think this is more so a mental health issue. So we need to bring more awareness to mental health, especially in the Black community. We tend to think that going to counseling and, seeking therapy and help is just like, ooh, that's taboo. We should do that. That's for white people. That's for others. We don't do that. We just talk to our church and just go to God with it. No, you need deeper help. You do. You need to seek help, But I think that's what this is. I think that there's just underlying issues, and I think it's deeper than her doing all this for the boyfriend's attention, because a lot of stuff surfaced about conversations between her and a young lady about her ex. And they were saying that all of this too was a ploy just to get his attention. She just wanted him to come look for her and, and have this sense of connection, because he's looking for me. That means now he wants me, or giving her a sense of hope that they might get back together. And even if that was a thought process, shit, that's crazy alone. Just within itself, that's just crazy alone, I'm gonna fabricate all of this just to get some man to come and look for me, in hopes that, you know, he cares about me because he looked for me. And she even unblocked him, you know, during her state of being missing. So while she was vanished, she was still finding time while eating them Cheez-Its, playing tiddlywinks, and having her hair played in by the stranger. She was on social media unblocking her ex. I don't know. It's just all weird. But I still think that let me cut some hair on. We still should take these type of things seriously. If it were to happen again, as it pertains to, you know, black people reaching out for help or calling in something as serious as a kidnapping. Yes, it probably does need to be, or should be, investigated a little deeper, or it might come with deeper investigations, as it should, just to keep things on the up and up, I do believe. But, you know, I still don't really know how I feel about all of it. I do think it is crazy. I do feel like a lot of this is, you know, all made up, but for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know if it was to get his attention, or was it to deflect from things that they said that she done previously, as it pertains to robbing a job and the whole quit school. You know how many people quit school? We don't fake our deaths, go, you know, fake our kidnapping, or just do outlandish things. I mean, it's just part of life. Everybody's not gonna finish school, you know. That just comes with it. It just is what it is. You just pick yourself up and move on and do something else. Find something else. Do something else. There's so much more that you can do. But, you know, staging these type of events just isn't the way. That's why I think this is just some type of mental health issue. This is just something mental she's going through. And her parents need to encourage her to just get the help that she needs, and make sure that she's getting that in this time of, you know, rest and loving on each other right now. They just need to be preparing her for that. Now, does she deserve some type of jail time? Absolutely. This is a punishable offense. This is something that is punishable. So yeah, I do believe that she should reap some type of repercussions for doing this, because this is not just a small, you know, spank on the wrist type thing. This is a big deal, and we can't reward or make it seem like, oh, okay, poor you, Carlee, you shouldn't did that, you shouldn't have did that, you shouldn't have did that. You know, there definitely should be consequences. I do agree with, you know, consequences for our actions. But nonetheless, y'all, I just wanted to drop in and give you that, because I did share this with you on my channel. And like I said, I only shared this because this was near and dear, because y'all know my sister's in that area, because this could have been your sister, could have been your family, your friends. It could have been all of that for us. So yeah, it just hit home for me. So that's why I just thought that this situation needed some light shedded on it. And, you know, we needed to know that we need to be careful out here in these streets. We can't be pulling over for midgets, babies, and people that look like they're in distress. Calling in if you feel like there could be some kind of dangers behind it. Stay in your vehicle, pull over, call it in. You don't even have to pull over, just call it in while you're driving, which was also a red flag, because if somebody saw a child just walking on the highway, and that's a frequently driven highway, there would have been other calls about that, and there weren't any. So that was just weird on its own. I don't know. But that is it for me, y'all. I will see y'all in my next video. I have made it to my destination. Find me a place to park. Bye.
Like a toddler? Like maybe like 3 or 4?
Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them?
Yes.
Okay, are you with the child right now?
No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though.
Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz
Is it a sedan or SUV?
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry.
Can you put your hazards on for me?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do they look like they're injured?
No, they don't.
Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
They're white.
Okay. Is it male or female?
I think it's a boy, a little boy.
White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
And you don't see any cars anywhere?
No, no cars anywhere.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carlee Russell.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay. Try to keep an eye on them for the best that you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right. And do they have shoes on?
No.
Shoes?
Not that I can see. I can't really see that. Look.
Okay. All right. I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but the officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Carlee called a relative after speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards. The Hoover 911 Center received a second call from Carlee's mother stating that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for Tzatziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located anywhere around the scene. Hoover police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee. Additional resources were called in to include our own drone unit, crime scene investigators. Numerous detectives responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounding local and federal agencies assisted Hoover police in the search for Carlee Russell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case. Those searches all turned up empty. Private citizens, including search parties organized by her family, friends, began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 Center receives a call from Carlee's residence stating that she returned home on foot. In subsequent investigations, detectives obtained surveillance footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone prior to arrival at her residence. She was conscious and speaking with paramedics when she was transported to UAB. Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail after giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data included several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, "How to take money from a register without being caught," was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time. We've asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can see, there are many questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. What we can say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators, and we have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case. Thank you very much.
With that, we'll open the floor for some questions. Please raise your hand and I will call on you. Carol.
Chief, do you expect any charges against Carlee Russell in connection with the disappearance and in connection with what was taken from the Woodhouse spa?
Right now, our focus is to determine those 49 hours, so the investigation continues. So to be perfectly honest with you, that hasn't even entered our mind or been discussed.
One more question. Is it surprising to you that the family has not been cooperative in returning to be questioned?
Well, I think the family has stated to us that they didn't think that in her mental state right now, because of trauma of the incident, that she's not ready to talk, is what we've been told.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, question for Chief. You stated that the abductor had orange hair. Was this abductor black male? Was it female? Black female? White female?
I believe it's a white male. Am I correct by saying that? Was it ever? Yeah, white male.
Is this alleged abductor yet on loose in the Hoover area?
Don't believe so.
Yes, ma'am.
Chief Brittany Dion, WBRC. Has a toxicology report been done, and were any drugs or illegal substances found in her system?
We have no report of that.
Is any indication of mental illness in this case?
Not that I'm aware of.
Lisa?
There's been a concern in the community that if this turned out not to be a true story, that the next time a young woman of color was missing, that it might not be taken seriously. How would you respond to that?
I'd respond to say that we investigate every crime to the fullest, just like we have this one.
Right here?
Was she traveling with anyone? Excuse me. Was she traveling with anyone since the time she disappeared, to your knowledge?
And not to my knowledge.
Right here?
Chief, I know you said you weren't able to verify a lot of aspects of the story. Where do you think she went, and how would you characterize what happened here?
You know, that's the $100 question. You know, we pretty much know exactly what took place from the time she left work until she got on the 911 call, and we can see getting out of the car on the interstate from that footage. And after that, I think she only knows. We don't know.
Well, one quick follow-up. Her parents. Did you speak with Carlee's parents, and why do you think it is they were so adamant that there was an abductor?
Yeah, I think parents are believing what their daughter's saying, and we've had a very good rapport with the parents, met with them on several occasions. I've talked to them today a few times, and to make them understand that we're under pressure from our community, not only in our community of the state, but nationally when the story hit. And I just wanted them to understand that today we were going to have a press conference, and what we were going to detail today are facts. And everything that I've told you today is actual facts. It's not innuendos. It's not what I think. It's not what these detectives think. It is the factual information that we have.
Chief, Ajay Robinson, WBRC. How much time do you think you'll give the family before going back to Carlee for sentencing?
Well, I think our detectives have talked to the parents, and we're ready to talk as soon as she's ready. So, you know, she called right now. We're ready.
You had one word to describe what went on. What would that be?
How about unknown? You know, we know the facts that we have. Everything else is unknown at this time.
In the back?
What have the past few days been like for you, your department? This has been a stressful search, hasn't it?
Well, absolutely. And again, the focus of the investigation that Thursday when she went missing, of course, the focus was to get Carlee home. That's what we want all. We wanted her safe and sound. And that's all happened. And then, of course, this has gotten to be not only a local, state story, but a national story. So, you know, it's a lot of stress on everyone in the Hoover Police Department, and the mayor, to every citizen here. We want to know the truth.
As you stand here, are you frustrated?
I wouldn't say I'm frustrated. I mean, I'm very happy that Carlee's home. That was the main ingredient here, and then we'll figure.